Hey everyone, so I guess it's been a while since I made a video, but it's mostly because I didn't really know what to talk about, and then the suggestions that I get through Y-mail are kind of dumb. No offense, I mean, some of you guys are obviously trolling, but then other people I'm just like, well, maybe, but probably not. So I guess, um, today I noticed on the forums, um, well, one, like, everyone's so mean to that girl Steph, aka Flaws, and I don't really know what she did to deserve it, but, like, get over it. Just leave that poor girl alone. Like, it's uncalled for. That's all that is. And then the other thing I noticed on the forums is a lot of people, like, with summer coming and stuff, I guess, are trying to lose weight to look good in their bathing suits or shorts or whatever, and like, that's okay, but everyone's asking for like tips and tricks to like lose weight really really fast, and so far I haven't seen anything super dangerous, but like there were people who were posting like, don't eat or like throw up whatever you do eat, and I mean, I don't think people took those seriously, but someone might out there, you don't know. And those are really dangerous suggestions because, speaking from experience with like an eating disorder and everything, it becomes really addictive and it takes over your life. And at first, like, it's to lose like 5-10 pounds, whatever, but then it gets insane. And I don't want to see or hear about anyone else going through that sort of pain. And I mean, people will. It's going to happen, but we shouldn't really encourage that kind of behavior. And like, everyone's like, oh, I want to lose weight but I don't want to exercise. Well, I'm sorry, but exercise is half of it. Like, good diet and exercise, and you know you can starve yourself so far, and even like, I'm not even gonna, no, but you should be focused on exercising and having a decent diet. Like, change some of your habits, like, instead of having french fries or whatever, like, have vegetables or yogurt or some other kind of snack, or have a salad with your meal. Like, just small changes that over the long run make a big difference. And then, exercise doesn't have to be going to the gym and like slaving away on a treadmill. Like, I think a lot of people in Wyville are 15 or younger, and you should be outside, like, riding your bikes with your friends and playing tag and going swimming and like all sorts of outdoor activities, like even just kicking a ball around or going for a walk. They're small things that honestly make a big difference, like, and it's fun. And I never really thought about the exercise aspect of my problems because I was on the soccer team and I figure skated, and me and my friends used to ride our bikes for hours and hours and hours till it was dark, and like, I don't know, like, it makes me sad that so many young people are actually really worried about how they look, and they shouldn't be, because right now we're in a pocket where an unrealistic ideal is what is being promoted as beautiful. But if you look in the past, those deathly thin girls were doing anything they could to have a curvy body, including drinking like weight supplements to gain weight and to kind of put some pounds on. Because back then, being thin was not attractive, and people thought you were sick and there was something wrong with you. And I suppose the polar extreme has happened because now only wealthy people can really afford to be that thin. Most of the lower income brackets don't have, or don't think that they have, the economic ability to buy decent food, and so they look for the cheapest option with the most stuff packed into it, and then you get these overly processed foods that actually just pack on the pounds and cause all sorts of Western diseases. So, realistically, what you should strive for is to be happy with who you are. And if like, there's no set standard where, if you're 200 pounds that you're not in shape, because you could be. Like, should maybe in the comments or whatever, like in the description, post a link to this picture I found of women athletes from the Olympics, the Summer Olympics, and their different body types, and they are all way more fit than you or me or like the average person. So, you know, health is about health, and for some people their natural body weight is really slim, and you know, I bet if you ask a lot of them, they aren't entirely happy with it, especially as you get older. Like, people assume things based on how you look, obviously, and that's why a lot of people want to change how they look, but being super slim is not, you know, as nice as everyone thinks it is, and just, you should ignore people, because your family and you and, you know, your friends are who are important, and how you look isn't really a big factor to health at all, and to do unhealthy things to obtain this idea that slimmer is healthier does not make it any healthier than being overweight. And you know, like, so just like young girls, you gotta stop with this, because you're just perpetuating it. You make it okay by thinking that what the media is saying and how you perceive men to be saying these things is the norm, and so just tell them they're wrong, because they totally are. And as you get older, you will see that, you know, like when you're 17, that's probably like gonna be the heyday of your life, and the rest of your life a lot of people spend anyway trying to get back to that. But you know, when you're 22, you should look 22, you shouldn't look 17, and when you're 40, you shouldn't look like a 17-year-old. And all of those women who are striving for this are screwing up a whole another generation, because now, like, look at everyone, and just, it makes me really sad. So just remember that there are so many things that make you beautiful, and your body size isn't one of them. And if it's a question of health and wanting to feel good about yourself, then definitely changing your eating habits to something a little bit more healthy. And I'm not saying don't eat junk food, because everything in moderation, that's the key. And exercising, you will find, actually makes you feel a lot better about yourself, and then you don't really care how much you weigh, or you know, if you've kind of got like this little extra weight you're carrying around, because you feel happy and good and energized. And you know, there's, just buy clothes that suit your body type, and don't try to be any one certain body type. So with that, I hope that I will stop seeing these threads on the forum, and you know, that maybe some of you who are considering some of these terrible tips that have been posted will reconsider them, because they do have lasting damage on your life, and it'll be really, really sad if 10 years from now, you know, like, you're pretty much confined to home because your kidneys don't work, or your heart could give out at any moment, or like, you know, any one of these things, it screws you up real bad in the long run. So take care of yourselves, girls.